We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is TJ Logan to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On play action, now Brady. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd and 5.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he's got Miller. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Logan. And down inside the 15 he goes. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
They run with Logan. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
A gain of
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
I certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
But they didn't ease into that drive right after the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
31.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Noe is a very, very fickle man.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
6-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Scotty Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 10.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It leads to second.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Vikings nothing.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Buccaneers.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this?
It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
A gain of 47 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 27, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down. Third and long.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action now. Cousins. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to fourth down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And Bailey missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
On first down, Logan, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Logan. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
9-yard line. Brings up third down.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
5-yard line.
That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
5-yard line.
To throw, it's Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. 20. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 62 yards.
Minnesota.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second and 3 from the 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown,
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady going deep this time for Miller. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 21.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Ball carrier.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Cousins. Flush to his right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Dan Bailey.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Play fake. Cousins. Forced out to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
38-yard line.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to right there.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brought him down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
They run again with Logan. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, Logan. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Now they'll throw with Brady. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's 2nd down. And
they've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Mike, 55. Jackie, reload. Here we go. Mark 66.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll run on first down. It's Logan. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 5 now. Brady. And break. The tight end's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Brady to his tight end, Braid, for the Tampa Bay first.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. T.J. Logan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
The 47-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
On the carry.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down. Here's the run with Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bucs.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 35, Vikings 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Brady's throw complete there to Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
At the 46-yard line.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 40.
2nd and 11 now. Brady to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And it's third down.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. First and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Brady on the keeper.
Wait, set. Ready?
Today's final score.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.